probably should remove this, no? Or the color is nice though, so I will not. But if it gets too hot, I will. I can see it. Yep. Can sit or like this. I will try sitting on my ankles. I think this is better. No? Anyway, I was having this contemplation about my life approach last night after the course. The filmmaking course, after the filmmaking course, that I can speak about because I have already also shown some results that came out of that. I also have shown some results that came out of that, so it's not much of a secret, I guess. It's a secret to the people in my physical realm, but in this realm it's not so. Well, not entirely, but I guess you know what I mean. So I've been thinking, because the teachers were also discussing about how some of their previous students before built a CV and the portfolio out of the projects that were done in the course. And one of them is making a feature film now, and another one is a cameraman in MTV. So I was like, wait, that's possible? That's possible? They just went on this course several times and they didn't really have some kind of degree or something. And then they showed their work, and maybe the people that are hiring liked the work and they got hired. So I was thinking, that's possible, that's actually possible. But then I was also not surprised, because I have heard, I'm a bit surprised but not entirely, I guess, because before I have heard that here, at least from one person who was looking for an internship, the interest is more relevant than the experience itself or credentials. Of course, they will look at your credentials and your character as in general, but then what makes someone really take you instead of the other people who are wanting to acquire the same thing is that your interest, how interested you are in this, your reasons why you are even applying in the first place. It's not like those typical, oh, you must have 5 years of experience. Maybe in some, but there are some whose criteria of how they look at the applicants is based on how interested the person really is, and where is he coming from internally, why is he or she trying to be hired, why, the reasons. It's more relevant to some people who are hiring people. So I was thinking about it. I could be a cameraman. Could be a cameraman. Because that's also something that I like, and I'm fairly good at it. I have the eye for and this I only knew because I also showed my work to other people and to some other courses. And I'm like, oh, apparently I have something to say in the images that I capture. And it's so I was thinking I could be a cameraman if I want to. That's a possibility. I could change my job. But then I was thinking again in a more bigger picture kind of sense. Being a cameraman, I guess it has an unpredictable schedule. And I can tell you what I like about my survival job. Just to give you some perspective of why I'm even sort of not going to the cameraman route. Because I really love it. I really love it. Whenever I join these courses, the filmmaking courses, whenever I join the filmmaking courses, I always raise my hand first on, I wanna be the camera person. But then of course other people also want to do it. But sometimes they don't, and there is this one particular version of the course where I am the only one holding the camera. So I felt really happy about it. But then sometimes there are people who are also interested. Well, I give it to them. I can do the acting. Because that's also something that I am curious about and I want to explore. If someone said they want to share the responsibilities in the camera, I'll give it to them because I don't really like to share the responsibility with the camera. I'll do the acting instead. Or I'll find something else to do. But it's mostly the acting because it's a struggle to find who's gonna act on the film. And of course, if we find actors, we have to pay them. And me, I can do it for free. So, I can tell you what is causing this hesitation to go to the cameraman route. I already told you that the cameraman schedule is unpredictable. So now I can tell you why, or the things I like about my survival job. Number one. Number one. I like that it begins and it ends. Let me elaborate. Don't let go of me, please. Please. I'll elaborate. I like that it begins on Monday and that it ends on Friday. And I like that it begins when I am physically in the job and it ends when I am physically outside of the job, because I have friends who are working in some other industries who they take their job with them. When they are at home, the job still continues. And I have some people also who I know that works on the weekends. They work on weekdays, then they work again on the weekends. So I'm like, well, I have more freedom. Sure, it's not, the salary is not as high, of course, but I have this freedom that I can work. I have the time that I can put on the things outside of my survival job. I have it. Number two, I like that my survival job is only paying me for, and it's not paying me for, because this is also another thing I have heard from some people that I know. When they are facing in front of the computer all day, their brain sort of deteriorates. They're not thinking of things anymore, or concepts, or all their brain power is on the job. And this is the opposite of me. The reason why I have time to think about things, or be my own therapist, or question things, or have that attention to look at the world around me and think about them, whatever touches my soul in some form, is that my brain is not hostaged by my job. My body is hostaged, but well, what can a person do? So my brain is as free as it can be. I have to, of course, I have to make efforts to always rebel at my own thinking sometimes, or my own ideas, or but still my brain has the time to just be a brain. It's not hostaged somewhere. My mind is flourishing still. And number three, the thing that I like about my survival job, number three, is that I am everywhere. I'm not forced to stay in one cubicle. I am everywhere. I am seeing things. I am going around. See, right now I'm in a place where there is such a lighting that makes me look like I'm summoned from the stars. Because I'll give you an example. When I was in the Philippines, and I saw these people, they are working in the mall, selling jewelries, or earrings, jewelries, watches, something along the lines of those. They are inside this glass box. They are inside like chickens. I'm like, if I am forced to do this 8 hours a day or more, every day, with only 1 day off per week, I'll go insane. I can't stay in that chicken coop. I can't stay in that box. Maybe I will find a way to entertain myself to the people that I see from that box, but still, my physical sort of is not moving. I'm just standing there. Not moving, or I have to move. I can't just see see, that's the, yeah, I of course I need to move because it's better with the aging process, I guess, if there's some constant movement and walking. Of course, it will be harmful if taken if too far, but there's still a healthy amount of movement in my survival job. Can be too much sometimes though. And also, I guess I lost count, but the other is that it's something that I would like to grow out of eventually. I will not, I'm not planning to do this forever because I have heard some people, they've been doing such for 10 years, something. I'm not planning to stay in this job forever. That's why I have a second life or secret life of pets. Because I'm building that. I'm taking the freedom that this survival job is giving me. And I'm doing the things that I'm really interested in. But if I am a cameraman, I already love it. You see, are we on the same page? Because if I am a cameraman, I already love it. I will not have that friction of getting out of the life of that. Because now I have the friction of my survival job and the thing that I want to do. They are, because of how different they are and how it somehow the survival job gives me the drive to go where the sunflowers and the wings and the blue skies are. There's a version of that in my survival job, but you know what I mean, right? There is this friction, a healthy amount of friction. Like, I always hear myself saying, like, doing this to my own pressure, pushing down on me, pressing down on you. There's that healthy amount of pressure caused by my survival job and the life I am building outside of it. But then when I'm a cameraman, I wouldn't feel that friction because I like it a lot. That's for now, I guess. Yeah, I've been thinking about it a lot. Do you like your survival job? I like my survival job because of the people that I am meeting. Also, they are very kind to me. Do you also feel this friction in your life, or that healthy amount of pressure that I'm not gonna be here forever sort of friction, and you actually move or do something to change the situation? Do you feel it? Or are you one of the adults that way? Well, I'm okay now. I'm okay, sort of, because both are fine. There are people also that don't want to go further anymore. They're contented. And I guess both are fine. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to hear your perspective about this matter.